Hey guys, what's up? Monday morning. Gotta go to work soon. Been out working since 6 in the morning. Time for a new extreme confession. First things first. Got my Starbucks coffee. How many of you guys do this every time you pull the little stick out? Is that masculine or not? Now let me test this first before it explodes on me, because some of these stupid freaking things don't hold the coffee right. Let's see. If I have a problem, I'm gonna have a fit. What's in here? Latte, hot, no sugar. 1 pump of mocha. Ooh, 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 ooh. You guys need to try that and see how it goes. Freaking sun. Okay. Look at that. My lid just popped off. And I'm going to throw a doozy at you. I'm mixing it up today. Steaky and shaky. What do I get in the mornings? Nothing more better. I got me 6 of these bad boys. If you look at my old videos, you'll see that I have a full display of this. Ah! Ah, boy, live TV sucks. What is this? $1 breakfast tacos. Sausage, egg, cheese, plus cheese. From Steak and Shake. You can't beat them, dude. You guys gotta try this. I got 6 total. Because I'm gonna eat 3 now and 3 later with my coffee at work. This is my first coffee in the morning. Okay. Freaking lid pops off again. What are we going to talk about today? This is a doozy. I'm going to title this one 200,000+ a year. Let's see if that tickles you. So I do a pickup in Pine Hills. West side of Orlando. Always busy in the mornings. So I pull up. And I see this 35-year-old man with his son playing outside. Son's probably 6. Sits in the front seat with me. We start talking. And he goes, "Hey, what are you doing with this Uber money?" And I said, I haven't touched this money since I started. Because I'm going to buy my first investment property to rent out. And as soon as I buy the first one, then I'm going to buy the next one. And so on and so on. And the guy says, "Boy, do I have a story for you." And I said, "Really? What?" He goes, "Let me tell you about my dad. In 1999, he says, which is exactly 20 years ago because it's 2019. He said, my dad got it in himself the idea to start buying houses and putting them for rent. So he bought his first one, then the second one, third, fourth, fifth, and on from there. He's got 15 properties now. You saw that? 5 times 3. So the son tells me, well, it's been 20 years. He ended up with a total of 15. And in 20 years, all 15 got paid off. And you know how it goes, right? When you pay off your first one, now you take the rent from that one and apply it to the mortgage of the second one. So now you're double paying. Next thing you know, number 2's paid. Now you go to the third one and you apply your payment plus the 2 payments of the other ones that got paid. Now you're triple paying, quadruple paying, fifth, cinco paying. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Double, triple, quadruple. Is that the word? Fifth. Fifth cinco? Fifth duple? Quadruple? Fifth duple? Whatever. And so on and so on. 20 years goes by, they're all paid for. And I said, wait, hold on a second. If he's got 15 houses paid for, and he's charging $1,000 a month, which we all know that a house in Florida is more than that. So let's say $1,000 a month on each house. I said, is your dad pocketing $15,000 a month? And then $15,000 a month times 10 plus 2 more months is $180 a year? Really? And then he looks at me and he says, ha 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 ha, and then grins. Let me tell you, he's charging a lot more than $1,000 a house. And I said, wait a minute. So then you're talking 200 plus. And he goes, I'm not gonna tell you, but just imagine. And I said, holy crap. 15 freaking houses is all it took. And then I said, hey, do you realize something? That your dad has done an amazing thing. Do you realize that when your dad passes on, these 15 houses that are generating over 200 grand a year are gonna be passed on to you? And if you don't sell those houses and keep going, eventually you're gonna pass that to that little boy I saw in the driveway. Do you see the generational wealth that you're passing forward? As the years go, the houses keep climbing, the rents keep climbing. Every time you go from one owner to the other, you get to recap on the depreciation of all those houses. And when you pass it to your kid, the 29 or 35, 37 years starts over again. So tax benefits, all the rents, appreciation, any repairs, tax deductible. Do you realize this? And the guy says, yeah. But what I'm most happy about is that when my dad retires, and he's just retired now, he quit working, and all he does is collect the rents every month and try to fix little things here and there. But what I'm most happy about, he says, is that he'll be able to retire in any freaking fancy resort that he wants. And he deserves it too, because that's an amazing accomplishment he did. Don't you all agree? So whether he goes to Cabo San Lucas or Tierra del Fuego or whatever, he deserves it. And then when he passes on, bam, kids, here you go. 200 plus a year. Go ahead. So there's the lesson for you guys to learn. Why does the whole population buy one house and then get stuck? They hear the infomercials on TV. They all say, oh, those guys are scammers, whatever. You don't have to buy their freaking book. Just put common sense in your head, right? Let's talk about business because, you know, I'm all that. For years, I've been telling all my buyers, especially the young ones, I tell them, hey, you just got your first house, FHA loan. That means that you very likely have to stay, depending on your mortgage terms, 1 year living as the primary owner. You came in with 3.5% down. You got a cheap rate. Now you own real estate. What do I tell them? Hey, young guys. Hey, young couples. In a year, call me again, and then we'll get you another house, and then you rent the one that you just bought now. And now you have two. Because your primary owner, you come in at 3.5% down again with real cheap rates. And guess what? They always say once you do that first jump, then your eyes open, woo! And then you go, holy crap, we can continue doing this forever. One house a year. And I tell them, yes, and you're guaranteed to be a millionaire. And you're guaranteed to pass all those winnings to your kids. Let me take a bite. Now here's the funny part. I didn't do it because I've had a million jobs. So I always felt, hey, I don't need to go deal with a renter not paying here and there or fixing something because I got my own side hustles and I make enough from that. It's the same as having a house. Wrong! Because look how old I am now. I started with real estate when I was 18. Look at me now, 54. Imagine one house a year. For all that time, I would be the freaking Donald Trump of Orlando. So I fell asleep. So here's the kicker. 3 years ago, I got my friend to get an $86,000 condo in prime area in Orlando. And I said to this kid, hey, in 1 year, buy another one right here because this is perfect. They're renting 2 bedrooms for $900 plus a month. So look at the power of real estate. This guy was paying $900 a month by UCF forever. 10 years, right? He finally gets a job. He says, it's time to buy. I get him this $86,000, 2-bedroom, older condo, but it's now his. His mortgage was 5 something, plus his HOA of 138, which includes paying for a new roof every so many years. So he was about 600, 650. And he's saving now from the 900 plus he used to pay. He's down to 650. Let's say saving $300 a month. And he owns the freaking thing. What do you think about that? He should have done that 10 years ago, right? So I gave him the scoop. Next year, one. Next year, one. Next year, one. Didn't do it. We all get lazy. Nobody wants to move. Once you're settled to move to a new house, nobody wants to deal with that. But if you say, If I gave you $1 million and you would be a millionaire, would you move every year? They'd be like, hell yay! But a lot of people don't have it up here. So what happens? A year goes by, nothing. I talk to him, nothing. Second year goes by, nothing. Third year goes by, and guess what? I get a call this year, and the guy says, hey, I was looking, and it looks like my property is now worth about $150. And I said, dude, do you remember that you bought it for 86 G's? And you're telling me now that the websites show that you're at 150? 86, 96, 106, 116, 126, 136, and a little bit. 65 grand gain? Think about that. Let's say he bought the second one, and instead of 65, he makes let's take 10 grand off because it's a year apart, or 15. 65 minus 15 is 50. So 65 on the first one, 50 on the second one. Let's call the other one 35 on the third one. He would have 3 houses in 3 years. 65 and 50 is 110, and another, what did I say? 35. Close to 150 grand in equity. 3 properties. 3 tax savings on depreciation. Well, not on his primary, but he gets the tax savings on that one as an owner. But on the 2, depreciation. Rentals in Orlando have gone crazy. They used to be $900. Now a 2-bedroom is $1,200 to $1,400. So here are low mortgages that he would have had. Like his first one was about 6 something, including everything. So what do? Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to move. He regrets now not doing that. But I'm going to help y'all, because it's never too late, right? Who invented electricity? Wasn't it like an old guy? Ray Kroc from McDonald's was like 50. Colonel Sanders, KFC, was like 60 when he started KFC. If you have kids, it doesn't matter, because you're going to pass on that real estate to your kids, so who cares? Nobody has an excuse. I mean, nobody. So you probably don't believe me, right? Who is this guy talking trash, talking Sikh extreme confessions, always pigging out? Who is that mofo? You don't have to listen to me. Go to youtube.com, youtube.com, and then go to the search bar and type in from $900 to 4.5 million. Or is it $950? $950 to 4.5 million. Anyways, one of them. And you're gonna get a story of a young family. The guy went to a seminar. He was told this, and he was like, wait a minute, I can buy houses and somebody else will pay them off? And then he went crazy. Told his wife, we're gonna buy our first house now, even though we're broke, That's where the $900 comes from. He says when they closed on their first house, they only had $950 or $900 in their checking account. Broke AF. Now, they go on this plan. Every year, they meet their FHA requirements to stay a year as primary owners. They buy the next one, rent this one. Buy the next one, rent this one. Buy the next one, this one. Eventually, they start gaining enough equity that they start moving into buying multi-family. Now, all these doors in one building are paying money. That's how they got to the 4.5 million. Oh yeah, and you want to know something? Guess what they do? 3-4 month trips on sailboats around the world all the freaking time, because they have real estate companies managing, collecting the rents, fixing the problems. They're out there all over the freaking world. $900 on their checking account, and they did this. Do you have more than $900 on your checking account? If so, what's going on? Let me quote a movie. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Tell me what movie that is, and I'll send you one of these for free. I'm sure you don't believe me. Go to YouTube. I'm gonna give you a big gem. Ready? I got nothing to do with these guys. They don't pay me. They don't do anything. I'm just laying it out. YouTube.com again. And then type in Bigger Pockets. BIGGERPOCKETS. You're gonna see a guy with a real thick beard. At 21, he started buying real estate. At 27, he was a millionaire. These guys on this website have worksheets, explain videos. They give you everything that you need to get your butt out there and start becoming the Donald Trumps of Orlando. These freaking dollar tacos are amazing. Okay, time to go. If you guys got any questions for me, unfortunately, I shut off the freaking comments. So go to Bigger Pockets and ask those questions. Don't ask me. And I told you, I've done told you, I'm not putting any comments out there because many of you are raw, R-A-W, and I got a real thin skin. If I see something wrong or any stupid comments, I get unhappy. And when a guy like me gets unhappy, you don't want to see that. Anyway, thank you for hanging in there. So let's do this. If you think you're going to follow this or you're going to look into this, give me a thumbs up so I know how many of you guys are paying attention and you're going to make some money. If you think that the story about this guy was BS and all that stuff, then give me a thumbs down. But I gotta tell you, this is a thumbs up all the way. And if you dare to hit a thumbs down, you're only fooling yourself and you're playing yourself. I'm out. Until next time, thumbs up to myself for making you guys think about becoming rich. Have a good one.